Hello and welcome to SWD Sports with Dylan with your host, obviously Dylan. This is my first ever YouTube video, by the way, so you are so lucky to be seeing this, but thank you for clicking on it. And today we're going to be talking about every single NFL team, but one very noticeable thing and one pretty unique thing about each NFL team this season. Now, I just want to let you guys know, this is about the regular season. This is not about the playoffs. This is actually taking place, I'm recording this the Monday after wildcard weekend, so it was one heck of a weekend, but this is not about the playoffs. This is just about the regular season, and I might make another video about this, just about the playoffs teams. If you want to see that, subscribe, but let's jump right into it. Let's go. Okay, starting with the NFC West, and you know what, we're gonna talk about a team that was really good this year, and nobody expected to be as good, maybe like a 10-7 team, not what, a 14-3 team in the Seattle Seahawks. Now this team, holy moly. The one unique thing, the one thing that stuck out to me by this team was definitely Sam Darnold. How can it not be? Now they had, well, honestly, Jackson Smith and Njigba had one heck of a year. And even, you know, just the running backs, just the way the offense played and was able to control games was absolutely crazy to me. But the one guy that stuck out the most is Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is just good now. Accept it, people. He really is. He finished with, I'm looking at it now, 4,000 yards, 323 completions on 477 attempts. He had a 70% completion percentage with a 93 passer rating, 92.6 passer rating. I'm telling you right now, that guy is legit. Seattle is a legit threat in the NFC West for a long time to come. Just give him his flowers. Okay, jumping to another NFC West team that isn't necessarily as successful as Seattle has been recently is the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I cannot believe the Arizona Cardinals could not make Kyler Murray work. I remember I was a very big Kyler Murray believer when he had D-Hop. You know, he just had a decent team around him with James Conner, my Pittsburgh Steelers running back at the time, went there in free agency, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he had a decent little team around him. I mean, the O-line was never great, but it was never terrible. The defense was never great, but it was never terrible. And I really thought Kyler Murray was going to be great. Now, when they made the playoffs that one year in the wildcard weekend, they choked away that great season. They started off like, what, 7-0, and then they just totally fell apart in the playoffs. That kind of gave me a hint that Kyler Murray might not be the answer, but the Cardinals made that very clear. I mean, Jacoby Brissett balled out in their offensive scheme, and he was balling with, like, I can't even name a wide receiver on Arizona besides Marvin Harrison Jr., and I'm pretty sure he got hurt. So shout out to Jacoby Brissett, but Kyler Murray, you're just not the answer for Arizona. I wish you the best in your career, though, but that just stuck out to me. Okay, another very successful NFC West team, because this division was great this year, is the Los Angeles Rams. And my thing that sticks out to me is Sean McVay might be a top 10 coach of all time already. And I think he's one of the younger ones. Like, I think he's in his 30s or something, but Sean McVay literally has an offense, like, I'm a Pittsburgh fan. To have his offensive scheme would be insane to me. He just, every time I watch the Rams, they have such good play calling, and I absolutely love the way Sean McVay hypes his defense up. He just can manage the offense. He's a phenomenal head coach. Might be even, like I said, not even might. He probably is already a top 10 head coach of all time, and he is just building something special with Matt Stafford, and I think he can do it with any quarterback. And the last team in the NFC West is the 49ers. Now this team, oh my God, they have the injury bug. Can the football gods like just let them be healthy one season? Let's see what they can actually do. But let me just tell you something. Kyle Shanahan also deserves his flowers, and that's what stuck out to me. Kyle Shanahan, in my opinion, has always been an underrated, phenomenal coach. I guess he gets his flowers, but not enough. His offensive mind is just on the same tier as Sean McVay. But Kyle Shanahan, with the players he had, I mean, he had so many guys go down. I don't know what it is. It might be training. I have no idea. But so many injuries, but he's able to overcome all of them. Absolutely amazing coaching. Absolutely amazing game plans. That man is a genius. Okay, switching it up now, we're going to go to the NFC East. And let me just tell you something. They have a bright future, but what the hell happened this year with this team? I remember watching the Dallas Cowboys game week 2 of the season. They had every chance to win that game. They should have beat the Chargers. They should have had the Commanders, you know, a couple of, that time this year. I mean, they had, the Saints. You get a huge win against the Chargers to go like 1-3, and then you go lose to the Saints. It's just confusion, the Giants organization right now. Like, I think you have the quarterback, you have the running back, you have the wide receiver. I get that Malik Neighbors was hurt and Jackson Dart got hurt, and Jackson Dart was just getting hurt throughout the year, and Cam Scadaboo got hurt. But you just have to remember something. The Giants do have talent, so you cannot make so many excuses, especially when they were all on the field, which it wasn't a lot, but when they're all on the field, they have to be more productive. Hopefully next year they at least get 7 wins. Okay, moving on is the Dallas Cowboys. Now, let me tell you something. The unique thing that stuck out to me was, oh my God, I did not know Michael Parsons was your defensive coordinator. Listen, I get losing a guy like Michael Parsons is going to hurt your defense no matter what way you look at it. But being that bad, I mean, you're literally neck and neck with the Bengals for the worst defense, and the Bengals defense is atrocious. But this season, the Cowboys were so bad with the run defense. And I mean, the Cowboys, Dak had to literally put up 350 pass yards and 4 touchdowns a game if they even wanted a chance to win. It was that bad. Dallas, you had to have better answers than that. And the trade in the middle of the year, Quinn Williams, that was a decent move on Dallas's part. I mean, people are complaining about the defense. You got to get defensive players. But at the end of the day, Dallas, you got to figure out something to do. Micah Parsons, yes, is a massive part, but he's not your DC. And there's no excuse for how bad it was this year with the defense. Okay, moving on to a very successful team in the NFC East last year was the Washington Commanders. Now, I don't know what happened to this team. I get that their quarterback, Jason Daniels, was not in the game a lot. And listen, I get it. He is absolutely phenomenal. But, Marcus Mariota is a decent backup quarterback. You cannot go from winning 12 games to winning 5. Jaden Daniels, sorry, I knew I said something wrong. I know, for a fact that team was better than their record. And it sucks because watching them play, they were really a competitive, decent team. I mean, some games they really lost it, but other games they were just neck and neck, and they just unfortunately lost the game due to, a fumble here or just, a bad play here. But the Commanders have to be better than that, and Jaden Daniels hopefully will have a much better year next year. That stuck out to me about that team. And number 4, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, the people who won the NFC East. You were good, but you were not what I thought you'd be. I mean, a defending Super Bowl champion, I thought you guys would come out swinging. Barkley would have an even better year than last year. The offense would click. It just did not feel like that this year. Jalen Hurts, I think he's better than what people make him out to be, but A.J. Brown, why is he not involved? Why is the offensive coordinator still have a job in KP? I don't understand that. Devontae Smith is just Devontae Smith. He's going to ball out every game, but there's just problems with that team. There might be changes coming. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the NFC North, we have the Green Bay Packers. And why is this team bad? I mean, this team, they finished with 9 wins or 10 wins, something like that. How is this team bad? I mean, they have good fundamental role players everywhere. I mean, they have Lambeau Field, Jordan Love, Romeo Doubs, right? Christian Watson, Josh Jacobs. I mean, they have so many talented guys. And on defense, they just got Micah Parsons. I mean, they have guys, they have people. And this team was just not what they were destined to be this year. It sucks that they ended up the way they ended up this year, 7th seed and all that, but wow, I really hope that Green Bay can maybe keep Matt LaFleur and work on it again. Okay, moving on to the Minnesota Vikings. This is what I have to say about the Minnesota Vikings. JJ McCarthy should not be a meme, okay? He made some great plays this year. He showed some very high-level play. He made some comebacks. He did some things that made people go, oh, he's not too bad. I think he has a really bad rep. He's still super young. Consider this his rookie year because his actual rookie year, he was hurt all year. That's when Sam Darnold had the crazy year. Just remember this. JJ McCarthy is a very young quarterback. He's going to get his fundamentals down. I promise you right now, he'll probably have a better year next year if he is the starter. And I think they should give him that chance. Just Vikings fans, calm down. It might not be as quick as Caleb Williams, but it's going to come. Kevin O'Connell, trust him. Okay, moving on to the Chicago Bears. This is my thing that I noticed about that team. Wow. One coaching change can make a quarterback absolutely phenomenal. It's just like Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. I mean, we'll talk about them too later in the video, but the Chicago Bears, what a turnaround. I mean, they were an absolute laughingstock. They were never good. Even last year, Caleb Williams he had flashes of goodness, but it was a lot of bad. And I just think this year, I mean, with Adonze and DJ Moore, I mean, he has some talent, but in my opinion, the Bears don't have a stacked roster. What Caleb Williams is doing with all these rookies that the Bears have, what Ben Johnson was able to do, go into Chicago and do that with this Bears team, I mean, phenomenal. I love everything that's going on in Chicago. I'm not a big Bears lover, but at the end of the day, you got to give them flowers. And to wrap up the NFC North, we're going to talk about the Detroit Lions. Lions fans, relax. It's not the end of your window. Dan Campbell will be back. Jared Goff is a good quarterback. There was a lot of things that happened not in favor of the Lions team. Even when they played the Steelers, that was not in favor of you guys. And that just happens. I mean, it's okay to have bad games. It's okay to have a bad year in a mix of maybe really good years. Just relax. I think the Lions are going to be A-okay. There's nothing to worry about. Just take a chill pill, Lions fans. Okay, moving on to the final division in the NFC. We have the NFC South. Now, the Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young shocked everybody. And last year, being benched, having that emotional roller coaster, and then starting the last 3 or 4 games, whatever, balling out, coming into this year with a new coach and balling out. I mean, not every game. Some games was better than others, right? But going in the big moments and winning games when they had to. And yes, they were the NFC South champs, even though 8-9 record is not impressive. Winning the division is. And at the end of the day, like I said, that was just a major step in his confidence. I think Bryce Young will continue to shock people. He is a franchise quarterback. Let that sink in. Panthers fans, you have some good stuff coming. With a good free agency, you guys could be a good team. Okay, moving on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What a disappointment. I mean, we had MVP talks about a 5-1 Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay Buccaneer team. I mean, we had an absolute shootout against Seattle, which ended up being a phenomenal team in the NFC this year. But I just don't understand why the Bucs are so bad. Do I blame Todd Bowles for a lot? Yes. Do I blame him for everything? No. Because at the end of the day, Todd Bowles is putting them in position to win. The Bucs lost on so many fluke plays, on so many bad turnovers by Baker Mayfield, by so many defensive failures that they couldn't stop an opponent. They couldn't hold him, or they couldn't do this or do that with the ball at the end of the game, either being offense or defense. I'm saying that this season was a disappointment and something has to change, or else people will start to get fired and things will start to change in Tampa Bay if things do not change soon. Okay, moving on to the third team, which is the Atlanta Falcons. Wow, Bijan Robinson is absolutely insane. He waxed me in fantasy football because I had Jonathan Taylor, and that ended up being not the best switcherooning, but Bijan Robinson is absolutely phenomenal, and the Ravens and the Falcons have to kind of build around him. I know you build around the quarterback, but sometimes you got to get a line just for your running back, and even with Algier, however you pronounce his name. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. But with him and Robinson, wow, they have a really good rush attack. They did have some good wins. They did finish 8-9. They obviously had the losses to Carolina, but I'm just saying right now, they have a lot to look forward to. I don't know if Kirk's going to come back. I highly doubt it. I think it's going to be Michael Penix Jr., which he's even solid too. He was hurt a lot though. A lot of ups and downs with this Atlanta team. I really want to see them do good. Give Bijan the ball. You'll be fine. And the last team in the NFC South, and the last team in the NFC is Kellen Moore's Saints. That's the unique thing. It's Kellen Moore's team. He's not going to get fired. They had the worst roster in the NFL this year, and they won 6 games, I think. I mean, Tyler Shuck might be their guy. I mean, he had signs of like, wow, that quarterback for the Saints is pretty good. Who is that? I mean, to come off the bench as a rookie and do what he did, it was amazing stuff. I think the Saints team has, Chris Olave ended up having a great year. I thought he was going to be a Steeler, but he was not. I just think this Saints team is definitely a couple years away, a couple drops away. But let Kellen Moore cook. Let that offensive keep cooking. Let Tyler Shuck learn the offensive style. Let that defense get a little better. And I'm telling you right now, the Saints might be back in that 9-10 win range very soon. Okay, moving on to the AFC. Let's start with the West. And let's talk about the Chiefs. Whoa. That is my takeaway from their season. How can you go from making 3 Super Bowls in a row to literally finishing 6-10? And I get how Patrick Mahomes got hurt at the very end of the year, but they had guys, they had people. There was a lot of games the Chiefs just did not finish. They did not look like themselves all year, and I'm the biggest Chiefs hater. I do not like seeing them win. Who does? If you're just not a Chiefs fan, you just don't like it. But props to them for all the success. But I'm just saying right now, the Chiefs are not as bad as what people think they are. They are one trade away from getting, oh my God, what's his name from the Jets? They are one trade away from getting Breece Hall. And if they get him, they fix the running back problem. They get healthy on the O-line. Patty Mahomes comes back with really good training and really good rehab. And this team could be just as scary as they were 2 years ago. That's the scary part. Okay, moving on to the Denver Broncos in this division. All I have to say is, wow, what a great year. But that offense actually scares me. Sometimes I'm wondering what Bo Nix is doing. And he has some decent guys. I mean, he has Sutton. He has some decent running backs. RJ Harvey. I mean, he has the really decent tight end too, Evan Ingram. I mean, they have guys on the offensive side of the ball that they can lean on and kind of trust. But wow, it's like Bo Nix doesn't even try until the fourth quarter. That's the vibe I get from this team. I don't know how much of an impact they're going to make in the playoffs, but they did have a good year. It's definitely a success. The unique thing about this team is, how can you be such an elite team in the AFC, being the 1 seed, but have such question marks on the offense? That is crazy. Let's see if they can figure it out in the postseason. Okay, moving on to the third team, the Los Angeles Chargers in the AFC West. Where is the O-line? When will this O-line start to actually be good for my boy Herbert? Because Justin Herbert, he got hit the most this year. I think he had like 200 hits or something. Like, he got beat up this year. I'm telling you right now, I understand Joe Alt went down, but the draft for the Chargers literally should be all 4 first rounds. I mean, like the first round, second round, third round, fourth. I mean, they should be all offensive linemen. You guys have to buff up that line. Harbaugh, it's been 2 years now, and that O-line is not showing improvements. You have to get him that help on the O-line. He can do it with any wide receiver, any running back. Just get him that O-line help. And number 4, the Las Vegas Raiders. Geno and Pete Carroll. I did not know you were going to be that bad this year. I mean, I didn't think they were going to be amazing, but 3 wins? Wow. I mean, Geno, you're going back to your old days, throwing all these interceptions. I mean, like, it is crazy, this downfall these 2 guys had. They had such success in Seattle. I mean, I get it. They weren't crazy in the playoffs. They weren't a scary team, but they were decent. How are you going to go from decent to terrible? I don't understand. You got to lock in. Okay, moving on to the AFC East. Why would you let go of Aaron Rodgers? I'm telling you right now, if the Jets had Aaron Rodgers still, they'd probably have 6 to 7 wins. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing it, but I'm saying they'd have more of a successful season than they did already. Justin Fields, yes, I'm a Steelers fan. I thought he proved himself. He was decent, but you cannot pay that man $40 million to be a running back. And that's unfortunately what he kind of became with the Jets. He cannot make the throws. He cannot make the screen pass throws. He cannot make the regular throws needed to actually win the game. And Aaron Glenn made that decision. Aaron Glenn sat down with Aaron Rodgers, flew him across the country and said, I don't want you as the quarterback. How can you do that? Watch the film. Know what knowledge you have in the quarterback that you have, and you're going to let him walk out the building for a very young Justin Fields that I don't understand. But also, the Jets, I'll mention this too. Aaron Glenn, you're a defensive-minded coach, and you did not have 1 interception this season. It is an absolute atrocity of a team. Aaron Rodgers deserved better. I'm glad he got it. Can't believe you let go of that quarterback of that caliber. I'm not saying he's an insane quarterback anymore, but he's definitely a top 15 quarterback playing SO, and can't believe it. Come on, Jets. Okay, moving on to another AFC East team, wrapping it up almost, is the Miami Dolphins. Now, it's not Tyreek. Tyreek did not hurt your season. Losing Tyreek Hill for the year did not hurt your season. The Dolphins had a terrible defense. The Dolphins could not produce anything on offense in the very beginning of the season. The running game was phenomenal, but only towards the middle end-ish of the season. Tyreek Hill, yes, was a massive blow. Massive handicap not having him on the field. But Tua, I don't know what's wrong with Tua. I do know that he suffered a lot of concussions. He's not been the same for a while now. And Mike McDaniel, he did get fired. As I'm recording this video, I mean, he was previously fired already. So hopefully they find somebody else. Hopefully they find a better option. I don't know. Dolphins got to get better. Okay, and wrapping up the AFC East, we have the Patriots. Okay, successful season for New England Patriots. By the way, my Steelers got that sneaky win. We should have never won that game anyways. But Mike Vrabel is legit. I cannot believe the Tennessee Titans let him walk out the door, let A.J. Brown walk out the door, let Derrick Henry walk out the door, and let that team that was pretty decent. I mean, if they had a different quarterback other than Ron Tannehill, that team probably would have won the Super Bowl. I'm not blaming on him, but I'm just saying, Mike Vrabel is an amazing coach, and you can see the difference between somebody like Gerard Mayo, where it wasn't the best hire, to somebody who is great. I mean, he is such a player's coach. He is such a motivator. He loves the sport. He loves the game as much as anybody, and I just think he is such a phenomenal guy. Shout out to him. Shout out to the incredible year. Patriots fans, you have a lot of excitement in Drake May and Mike Vrabel. What a coach. What a hire. That's some good stuff for the New England Patriots. Okay, moving on to the AFC North and my Pittsburgh Steelers, because obviously I am a Steelers fan. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers' ball knowledge. This man knows ball. Like, I mean, I always knew Aaron Rodgers was a phenomenal football player. How could you not? Maybe you like him, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't like him still. Maybe you do. I don't know. But his ball knowledge is crazy. I mean, no wristband, no mic in the helmet, and this man is just balling. He knows how to read defenses. He knows what to do. I mean, that throw is amazing still. Yes, his body isn't as great, but he's made some clutch runs. Even in the Ravens-Steelers game, he made some clutch third down runs, and this man can still move as he can move better than a lot of people make it out to be. Like, people think he's like literally like this when he plays quarterback and just throwing the ball. No, this man can move a little bit. So shout out to him, but shout out to Aaron Rodgers' ball knowledge. That stuck out to me this year when watching this team. Holy moly, he's better than Arthur Smith. Okay, moving on to the Cleveland Browns. Myles Garrett is amazing, but this team is not. I mean, how can you have such a good defense? I mean, they have a great defense. I mean, Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett, I mean, these guys can ball. They got some good people that are healthy, they're fit, they're always on the field. They have some great people. But my problem with this team is their offense literally went through a quarterback carousel. They have no true wide receiver one, in my opinion, because I don't think Jerry Jeudy is that wide receiver 1 maybe for that team at least, but I'm just saying you got to get the run game better. I don't know if Shedeur is the answer. Myles Garrett, you are phenomenal. You are an insane human being, but your team is not looking absolutely phenomenal like you. Moving on to the third team in the AFC North, which would be the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe, you're the topic of discussion. Wow, you are a great player, Joe, but you are never on the field. Mr. Burrow, you have to be on the field more, and I get it. You get injured. You can't play through injury all the time. I understand that, but you can't be upset when your team is losing all these games when you're not on the field. But that defense is atrocious. Signing Joe Flacco was a stretch of saving the season. I'm telling you right now, in this second, in this moment, that defense has to get better, or Joe Burrow is not going to be a Bengal for much longer. And number 4, the Baltimore Ravens. Now, guys, I do not like the Ravens, obviously, clearly. But what happened to that defense? Your defense this year was absolutely atrocious. I mean, letting Houston come into your building and smack you like that, wow, that was like a total shocker. I mean, I think the best defensive game they probably played was against the Packers or against the Bears, but the Ravens defense always plays you hard, always plays you tough. It's always a good unit. And this year, the Ravens defense did not look good. That's why John Harbaugh had to, suffer the consequence. He had to get fired. He had to get let go. But I just cannot believe how bad he truly did look. And it's just not a good look for a franchise who is so, big on defense, just like the Steelers. And guys, we are going into our final division, which is the AFC South. And let's start it off with the Colts. And you know what I'm going to talk about. A little bit of the midseason collapse. You guys were 8-3 or 8-2, whatever it was. You guys looked great. Just played the Steelers. It was bad, but then bounced back against the Falcons. I thought you were going to be okay, at least 10 wins. I cannot believe the Colts collapsed so bad over you had to bring in Phillip Rivers. Now, Phillip Rivers was not the reason why they lost any of those games. He played pretty good for being a 44, 45-year-old quarterback, grandpa, who literally was sitting on the couch a couple weeks ago, not playing in the NFL. But Daniel Jones, shout out to him too, because he played really good, and I think he definitely earned a contract. I don't know when he's going to come back, probably midway through the 2026 season, but I'm just saying right now, the Colts have work to do on the defensive side of the ball, and they need to run it back with the coach one more time. Got to give him a chance, but you got to lock in, and the Colts have to finish the season not like that again. Okay, moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow. I did not know there was a hot tub in their stadium. I saw a TikTok and that was pretty cool. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence is good. And just like how I was talking about, with the Bears over Caleb Williams got that Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen was that for Trevor Lawrence. And Trevor Lawrence exceeded so much better than what I thought he was going to do. I mean, this man balled out, winning 8 games in the last couple, winning 8 of the 8 of the last games. I mean, this man balled out. And I'm just saying right now, Trevor Lawrence looks very good. He looks like a quarterback who's going to be around for a while. He looks like a franchise quarterback. I think Jacksonville will be successful. He's had some playoff experience now. It was a bad way they lost in the playoffs. It was also a very shaky kind of start to the season. But I think Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence should be proud of the season. Jacksonville, you have hope. Be optimistic about what's to come. Okay, moving on to the Houston Texans. Wow. Starting 0-3 and making the playoffs is impressive. Winning the last 9 games of the year is impressive. Having that elite defense is impressive. I mean, Will Anderson Jr. is literally scaring me for the Monday Night Football game. That's tonight, Steelers in Houston. But I'm just saying right now, I think Houston surprised a lot of people. Being 0-3, DeMeco Ryans really changed their guys' aspect about their season. CJ Stroud battled back through injury, and Davis Mills provided when they needed to. Great comeback against the Jags. That was a huge win for them. Or did the Jags come back that game? I think Houston came back that game, but I don't know. Anyways, long story short, Houston, be proud of yourselves. If you lose tonight or if you win, doesn't matter. You had a great season. You started 0-3, made the playoffs. That's awesome. And guys, the last team we're going to talk about today is the Tennessee Titans, the 32nd team actually in this video. Cam Ward proved a lot of people wrong, and he proved a lot of people right. He stayed healthy. He played in every game. He made some rookie decisions, and they lost a lot. But he valued the wins. He got the wins he needed to just keep motivating him. But he did the best in the worst situation. I mean, his coach got fired. I mean, he's throwing to Calvin Ridley as his best receiver. I mean, he has no really running back. He has no great defense. I mean, this team is average to not good at all. Cam Ward was always on the field, always optimistic, and always professional. That's what you want to see out of a rookie. You build around that. You get a coach that can support that. You get some offensive help for him. The Tennessee Titans team can be a lot better in just 2 or 3 years than what we think. All right, guys. Well, that is it from SWD Sports with Dylan. I appreciate you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed all of my takes. New videos coming out all the time. Hopefully one every 2 to 3 days, whatever. But stick around. Let me know if you enjoyed. Comment more video ideas. What do you want me to do? Talk about next? And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.